Okay, third year, good morning once again. So our topic for today is about on how we'll be able to use checkbox in PHP, and at the same time, increment and decrement in PHP, and a demonstration of a grading system. Okay, so what we're looking for later during our hands-on activity. We're going to create a website, no, wherein we could able to apply the checkbox. So this will be our targeted output later. So we'll be able to input the name, then the sports available. So we have three options, of course, then the submit button. Then after that, of course, for example, we inputted the name Aubrey Abante, and we check all the three available options, then click submit. So what will happen right after that? So it displayed that major sports tournament, name Aubrey Abante, sports choices, football, basketball, and handball actually. Okay. How about the PHP increment decrement? So it means to say that if we click this decrement, so it will become -1, -2, -3. But if we click the increment, we could able to have a 1, then increment again, 2, increment up, and so on. Okay. So this will be the sample. So a sample increment, and this will be an example of a decrement. Okay. So then later on, we're going to create a grading system for Lyceum of Tingloy de San Roque Incorporated. So that is a student grading system. So of course, as what we have here, we need to input the student name, the prelim, midterm, finals, then course, subject, department, then the gender and the contact number. So once we click compute, automatically display the general average and the remarks. Okay, then of course, if we click clear, automatically we clear all the data inputted in this available form. Okay, so as what we have here, for example, if inputted the student name Marmelo Villanueva Abante, prelim 88, midterm 89, final grade 88. Then of course, BS in Computer Science, subject Web System Technologies, department CITE, gender male. Then for example, this will be contact number. So once I click compute, so this will be the output. Okay, so that is 88, pass. Okay, so now we may proceed to program simulations. Okay, so based on what we have here, no, what we're going to do first is, of course, the decrement and increment, no? Or okay, so for example, so based on what we have here, of course, we have the opening tag, that is PHP, no? Then we initialize ZAM is equal to 0. So we use iset as what we discussed last time, no? Then for post, no, minus. Then for ZAM is equal to post sum. Then sum decrement, no? Some minus minus. Somebody mentioned that some minus. That's some decrement. This is for decrement, and this will be this one is for the increment. Okay. So then what we're going to do, of course, we use the HTML. No, so the increment, decrement in PHP, then method, of course, post, increment and decrement. And as what we have here, no, we have submit, no, we have text for sum, then submit for add the value for we have submit for the minus or the decrement, no, as what we have here, no. And we have also input type submit name for addition or for increment. Okay, so of course what we're going to do is to save, file save, but it's already saved as you can see. Again, don't forget to run your Apache, your SAM control, and your MySQL. Okay, so once it is run, go to your web browser. So the file name is what will be our file name? jk1.php. Thank you very much to Sir Jake, no? Pomperada. jk1.php. Then press enter. So as what we have here, based on the given PowerPoint presentation over a while ago, no? We have here the increment and decrement. So for example, if we want to have a positive 8, we use the increment. But if we wanted to have a negative 8, so we use decrement. So based on the given sample output, so increment, we start with increment. Okay, so up to 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this will be the decrement. For increment, so of course, negative 8. And that's it. Again, this will be our code for this example. So we have initialization, of course, sum is equal to 0. Then the sum, of course, as what we have here, that is in decrement. And this will be the code for sum increment. Okay, so how about the other problem? So as what we have here, okay, what we're going to do is to have to use the PHP checkbox, right? So for us to have this one, I will show you the sample codes, no? So we have here the, of course, the field set, no? And we are using the style, no? The cascading style, no? So we already discussed all these things in our CSS class, no? Then background, then action, result.php. So therefore, later on, we need to create a file, no, which save as result.php. Whereas we could able to see the output of this index.php, no? So we use label for if name, that is label, then input text, ID, name required, no? Sports available, so we have 3 options, no? Football. We change this one as volleyball. File save, of course. Then, of course, submit button, no? So, file save. It's already saved. Then, our file name is index. Now, before we may proceed to index, so we'll be able to codes in displaying the content, no? In displaying the output of this index. So what we're going to do, of course, we need to use the post name and post sports as value, then lists, no? So same as what we did a while ago with our CSS, so cascading style. Then mid-year sport, name, sport choices, then echo. Then this will be coming from the index.php. So based on what we have here. Okay, so file save, of course. Then run. But by the way, I just want to check what will be the exact file name. I think checkbox, no? CKBox. Because of course, if we're going to run the program, so we need to locate, no, the exact location of your file. Then press enter. So as you can see here, based on our given presentation earlier, no? So we have the sports tournament using checkbox, the name, and automatically as default, no, we check the football. Okay. But for example, if we wanted to choose the three, then we inputted Aubrey Abante, then submit. So as you can see here, our output is Aubrey Abante sport choices football, basketball, handball. Okay. Wait for a while. I just want to replace this one as volleyball. That's why, as you can see, no, we inputted handball rather than volleyball, because we need to replace also this one. Okay, file save again, save. Then we will proceed once again with this one. So as you can see here, our option is football, basketball, volleyball. Then submit. Okay, what happened? I think I saved it already, right? File save as. Save. Yes. Okay. So if we click football only, basketball, so it display basketball. But if we put this three, it's still handball. I don't know what happened. No, I just want to check. Yes, in our okay, so next activity, of course, is the grading system. Okay, so this will be our targeted form, no? That we had a student name, course, subject, department, gender, and contact number. And we are going to display the input, of course, the prelim, midterm, final, and automatically display the general average and the remarks. Okay, so grade.php. So thank you very much once again to Sir Pomperada. No? So he is the one who give us an idea on how to be able to do this. Okay. Now the variable is name, course, sex, department, subject, and contact number. So instead of using post and get as what we discussed, we were also allowed to use the request, na $_ request. So if I set request solve, so prelim for request is prelim, midterm, finals, solve 1 for prelim, solve 2 for midterm. As you can see here, we have a consideration that 20% for prelim, 30% for midterm, and 50% for finals. Then what we're going to do is to total to get the sum of these three value. So if we inputted, for example, prelim here, then multiply by 0.2. So the value of solve 1 will is coming from the prelim inputted times 0.2. Same with midterm times 0.3. Same with final times 0.5. So and then we are going to add these three value, no? Then add if add is greater than 75. So because this will be the add or the total, right? the remarks is passed, else remarks is failed. So this will be the I set, no, request for clear, no. So because as you can see in our given form, we have a clear here, right? Okay. So and actually we have a database connection here. Okay. So that is mysql.selectdb. Okay, then that is for each, no, for an array error, no, if counts error greater than 0 and so on. So this will be our database, no, SQL and so on. This will be the our style, no. If we wanted to have a form, no, using this one, no, we are using the cascading style again. Then we start from head, body, then marquee. So as what we have here earlier, no. So our heading, no, is moving alternately from right to left, left to right. So maximum length, of course, of the name, for example, that is 30. For course is 35. For prelim is 3. For the subject is 35. For the midterm is 3. For the department is 40. So, but actually we can make it is 35 also. No, then for final grade is 3. For gender is first we have an option, no, select, no, for the gender, that is male or female. Then the value for general average, no, maximum length is 3, size is 1. For the contact number, no, we use a size 15, no, the font is size 15, then maximum length is 15. Then and echo the contact. Then for remarks, as what we have here, size 10, no, and so on. So this will be the solve, clear, and submit button. Okay, so this time, grades, no? So grade.php. So as what we have here, no, as I mentioned earlier, we have a marquee, no, alternate, no. So bounce back in the left, in the right, then back to the left, and so on. So if we inputted value, so for example, Marmelo Villanueva Abante, course, for example, BS in Computer Science, subject is Web System Technologies, Department of CITE, male, of course. Then, for example, this will be my contact number. My grades, for example, is 98, 88, 78. Then, once I click, no, the compute, so automatically display that I have a general average of 85 and my remarks is fast. Now, so as you can see, even I have 98% for my prelim grades, but it's just only 20%. Midterm grade is 30% and final grade is 78. That's why I just only get 85. But if it is an averaging, it's different. We could able to get different general average. Okay. So for example, clear. No? This time we're using Jomar Dumampis ba yan? For example, Jomar de Guzman. Okay. For example, course BS in Information System. Subject Web Programming 1. Department College of Computing. Male. Contact number, for example, 77. Grades, for example, we can give a lower grade in prelim, for example, 78. We can give 88, for example, in mid-finals. Then we give 98 for final grades. So again, don't forget that the consideration for getting the prelim is 20%, midterm is 30%, then final grade is 50%. So if we click compute, so as you can see, we can get 91. Even we have 78% in prelim period because it's just only 20%. And 98% is 50%. So therefore, we can get 91. How about if we can give a failing grades, no? 68, 78, 68. Then compute. So as you can see that the 71 remarks is failed. Okay? And I think that's it for today because still we are not able to do the database for the same format. So I think that's it. Thank you. And I will post your activity later. God bless everyone. Keep safe always.